Back in 2017, the DPRK reported testing an intercontinental ballistic missile with a thermonuclear warhead. Before you watch this video, I'm going to ask you to support my channel with a thumbs up. It won't cost you anything, but it means a lot to me and my channel. Thank you. In the fall of 2017, the Chinese Seismological Center recorded two earthquakes of magnitude 6.3 and 4.6, which experts interpreted as an underground explosion. The conclusions of experts from the Celestial Empire were later confirmed by South Korean and Japanese experts. At the same time, the Korean Central News Agency reported that the DPRK had developed a hydrogen bomb that could be installed in the head end of an intercontinental ballistic missile (ICBM). It was pointed out that the bomb's yield could range from 10 to hundreds of kilotons, and all of its components were manufactured in the country. In this situation, the key question is whether the DPRK is really capable of placing a hydrogen bomb on an ICBM capable of reaching the United States. DPRK missiles can reach the United States. The Pentagon claims that the DPRK currently has hundreds of short and medium-range ballistic missiles, up to 5,500 kilometers, in its arsenal, as well as likely ICBMs that could reach North America. According to the Stockholm Peace Research Institute, the DPRK has 10 to 12 primitive nuclear warheads, and the country is capable of producing 4 to 6 such bombs per year. The U.S. Brookings Institution estimates the number of charges at 10 to 20. Despite the opacity of the data, it is likely that the DPRK has ICBMs that can reach the United States. Of course, the country's closest neighbors, particularly Russia, are under direct threat. This begs the question, will North Korean missiles carry nuclear payloads? The DPRK most likely tested an enhanced version of a conventional nuclear bomb. It is unlikely that the DPRK has built its own thermonuclear, hydrogen, bomb. A thermonuclear reaction involves the synthesis of heavy elements from lighter elements, releasing much more energy than a fission reaction. For example, the thermonuclear King bomb is only 6 to 7 times heavier than the Little Boy, the uranium bomb dropped on Hiroshima, but 3,000 times more powerful. Conventional nuclear bombs are extremely heavy. A plane with such a warhead is an excellent target for air defense. It is much harder to track an ICBM with a compact thermonuclear payload, which is why the DPRK's announcement of a hydrogen bomb has alarmed the international community. North Korea has officially declared itself a nuclear weapon state by law, according to the Korean Central News Agency, CTAG. The fact that North Korea has nuclear weapons has previously been known, and now it has been confirmed at the state level. Pyongyang has thus joined the club of nuclear weapon states. It includes the United States, Russia, as the successor to the Soviet Union, Britain, France, China, as well as India and Pakistan, which conducted nuclear tests. Israel hides the existence of nuclear weapons, adhering to a policy of deliberate ambiguity, with an estimated arsenal of about 400 nuclear warheads. The DPRK also does not disclose the exact number of nuclear warheads, but claims to be able to hit U.S. territory. The peculiarity of the nuclear club is that you do not need any recommendations from members already in the club to become a member. Only to meet the following criteria: to make atomic bombs on its own and to make a working means of delivering bombs to their destination on its own. The DPRK did not reach this level yesterday. It has now given its nuclear forces a domestic/international legal status. A year ago, Kim Jong-un articulated a number of key strategic goals for North Korea's nuclear weapons program. These include the development of both superpower and tactical nuclear warheads, increasing the range of launch vehicles to 15,000 kilometers, and creating a platform for submarine-based nuclear weapons. Technologically, the DPRK has reached the level of nuclear production that makes it possible to produce about 55 kilograms of weapon-grade plutonium annually. That is approximately 10 to 12 nuclear warheads, depending on the yield of the warhead. All in all, the DPRK's conspicuous membership in the nuclear club can be considered a huge slap in the face from Comrade Kim Jong-un to Washington and to Comrade Biden personally. If Trump came close to denuclearizing the DPRK in his personal talks with Kim Jong-un, the current US administration actually sponsored the emergence of a new nuclear player in the Asia-Pacific region, where the Americans were struggling to maintain their dominance as the largest nuclear power.
But something went wrong.
The DPRK's missile armament consists of a wide range of short and medium-range tactical ballistic missiles capable of striking targets from 100 to the declared 4,000 kilometers away. One of them, the single-stage solid-propellant Hwasong-11 missile, is an analog of the Tochka-U missile system, which North Korea has been producing domestically since 2005. All other missiles are also based on the Soviet component. They were copied from either Russian or Chinese missiles. North Korea's longest-range weapon is the Hwasong-13 intercontinental ballistic missile, which has a range of 5,500 to 6,000 kilometers.
However, it can reach only the American Anchorage, Alaska, without posing a threat to large cities on U.S. territory.
The potential of Korean nuclear missiles is not fully known, but the very fact of their presence and demonstration of launches can be considered an element of self-defense. Pyongyang in this way is trying to protect itself from external pressure, confirming its readiness to respond adequately to possible strikes and to use its nuclear weapons. It is likely that the DPRK was able to develop and obtain a ballistic missile with higher characteristics, with a range of more than 10,000 kilometers.
At the same time, North Korea's nuclear capabilities are noticeably lower than those of neighboring China and Russia.
This show of muscle is more akin to a warning that North Korea is ready to respond to external aggression by detonating a bomb that could cause a chain reaction and lead to all-out nuclear war. Moscow and Beijing are unlikely to support such a policy. The Nuclear Weapons Policy Decree lists 11 conditions for the use of nuclear weapons. Among them is an attack on the command and personally on the DPRK leader, Kim Jong-un. However, attempts to attack North Korean army units could also lead to a nuclear response. In the event that the command and control system of the national nuclear forces is threatened by an attack by hostile forces, a nuclear strike will automatically be launched immediately to destroy the hostile forces, including the source of the provocation and its command. In accordance with a predetermined operation plan, the Korean military agency quoted the plans as saying, "North Korea has obtained nuclear weapons, as it has now stated, is not the biggest news."
The bigger question here is, how would Russia react to such a fact?
You could say, no way, but it will have to react. It will have to strengthen its own missile defense system in the region, which will not cover Korea but the Far East, the Kuril Islands and Sakhalin.
The umbrella of the S-400 systems is already present there, and it may be necessary to extend it to Primorai. There is also the Vostochny Cosmodrome in the Blagoveshchensk region, which will also need additional protection. I thank you for watching. Your support is very important to me. Your comments and thumbs up motivate me to release new videos on interesting topics. Subscribe and turn on notifications. See you in the new videos.